My husband's joining me on this podcast, and we're talking about monster trucks. So let's get going. All right, well, I have my husband joining me, and as you know, if you've seen from my past podcasts, he doesn't show his face, but he is mic'd up, so that way you're both hearing us equally. But we did some fun stuff today. We went over and saw monster trucks over in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. That's going to be on the Road Trips episode 15, which you will be seeing this podcast after episode 15 comes out. But we're going to talk about it because we're amped and pumped with how the show went, and it was awesome. And it was the company that we saw, 2xMonsterTrucks. We got their signatures of the drivers because we got the what?
All access.
All access passes. So we went down and we got the signatures from all the monster truck guys.
Which actually was really reasonably priced.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. Well, we got the package.
We got it for a family of 4.
Right.
I mean, but seeing it for like a single or a couple, I mean, it was very legitimate. Like, you got a lot for it.
Yeah, and then we also, with the all access, we also got to ride in the monster truck. Because it was, if you just got the general admission, and then you wanted to ride the monster truck, it was like $15 extra. But we did the math all together, and it was cheaper to get the all access pass than it was to get the general admission and then go and ride the monster truck on top of that. So that's why we did the all access package. But yeah, we got to ride in the monster truck. But one thing though, which I was saying to you, we should have entered in that raffle, but they had raffles where you could take a ride in. Okay, so the difference between this raffle of getting a ride in the monster truck and the monster truck ride that we went on, so they had it where it was like the big monster truck, and then they had a bunch of seats with the chairs, and all they did was it was a group of people, like our whole family was able to fit in in a truck and other people, and all they did was just go down the one track and then do some donuts, and that was fun. It was kind of wild. Kids went sinking in the chairs. They were not expecting that. But in the raffle, you got strapped inside.
And they took you for a ride of a lifetime.
Yeah.
I am jealous that you did not surprise me with that, to tell you the truth. I am. Father's Day coming up and everything else. I was a little bit heartbroken.
You weren't in the height. It was, if you were 6'1" and up, you could not enter in this raffle to go for a ride inside the monster truck because they go off the jumps. It was like 2 people got selected. What?
I would have taken my boots off or kneeled down. One of the two.
I would have been going, take me. He's too tall. I win. No, but they went off on the jumps. And I was not expecting that when they were just like, oh, here's our raffle winners. There they go. And then they went flying off onto the jump and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't think that they were going to do that.
If the air show ever comes to town, you better sign me up for a fighter jet ride. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think they allow that.
You got to look.
Watch this. We're going to go, and it's going to be a raffle, and you're going to stare at me.
I will.
I don't know. I've never been to.
I will judge you.
I've never been to an air show, but you always hear of they crashed, and these are some real serious pilots.
Okay. Number one, when you hear about them crashing, that's the few air shows where that actually happens. Other than that, in the summertime, an air show legitimately happens in some form or another every single weekend. So this goes back to like the fear of flying thing where people are like, I don't fly because planes crash. Well, realistically, you're more likely to get into a car accident than a plane crash.
Yeah.
So when the air show comes to town, are you going to buy raffle tickets?
I'm not going in that plane.
Why?
Because that's scary.
Oh, no. That's
Oh,
living.
no.
That is living.
I don't think so. That would scare me.
Not me.
But I'll go on the monster truck. We got my boy a monster truck. But I'll go on the monster truck though. But I'm not doing that air flight thing. I don't even do good with roller coasters.
Roller coasters aren't that scary.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
I
They're
will
just
never
built
go-
by the cheapest person possible. Okay, like anything else, construction related. But it's a very awesome thrill.
Yeah, well, I won't even go on the Rockin' roller coaster over in Hollywood Studios.
Me
That one,
and your dad love
if you've
that.
never been on that one, it launches you right off the gate from 0 to 60. And there's a upside down loop. And apparently there's a corkscrew. Did you know that there's a corkscrew?
Yeah, because I went on it with your father.
I know, but
He's 70 years old.
but it's dark in there as far as I know.
It's okay. It just means it's a roller coaster without light. The dark doesn't make it any more scary. It's just wee.
It's not wee for me. I don't know. That
You're
one might
a
be
sensory person, man.
Yeah. I think if I actually went on that one, that would probably be the first one or the first ever where I pass out because like.
No, you went on Guardians of the Galaxy with me before. I think we're
Yeah,
gonna
and
go
I
on.
left a bruise on your arm because I was hanging on to you so
No,
tight.
you drew blood at a certain point. It wasn't much blood, but it was very little.
It was a bruise too. He had finger marks on his hand, and I was like panicking the whole entire time.
Yeah, all 5 of your fingernails. Normally, a person can't grip with their thumb at that rate of speed,
Yeah.
but you managed to, and that's okay. We'll go on Rock and Roller Coaster. I'm looking at losing a limb here. I might get some insurance out of this.
Losing a limb. Oh, I am not going on that ride, but I'll go on a monster truck.
And we'll go on a fighter jet. We'll do the couples fighter jet extravaganza.
Our
Please.
son walked in. We had to help him, so now we gotta get back on track to what we were doing. What were we talking about? Monster trucks. We got on a monster truck. No, but the kids, we got on that. Okay, we almost didn't get to ride the monster truck. They had a total of 3 trucks where they loaded people on.
Then the one that we were supposed to be on,
We got on it.
and it broke.
Then before he went, what was wrong? He said something about the pedal.
Yeah, a shaft in the pedal bent. So then we got
Okay.
off.
So we
and
got
then
off.
we waited.
And then and then we waited, and then the truck that we were waiting to get on drove down,
And died out. Turns out it ran out of gas. It's all
and
right.
then the other driver of the monster truck came out, and then he went, "Ain't got no gas in it."
Straight up sling blade.
It just sounded exactly
And that boy nailed
like
it. Good for
He-
him. He missed his call. He should have been an actor, not a driver.
That was funny.
That was great. He popped right out the back. He's like, ain't got no gas in it. It ain't got no gas in it.
So, but then what was funny because then we also saw all those people. They were being escorted off the truck, and we're like, "What are they doing?" Well, where they have the gas can isn't in like under the hood. It's like they had to go
when they
through.
refuel, they cannot just sit there and pull up a pickup truck with a fuel tank and leave everybody strapped in because
Right.
you're dealing with an engine with 2 exposed headers and an exposed electrical system. So for safety reasons, they literally pull everybody off. They fuel the vehicle, leave it sit for a minute, so that way no vapors are catching flame or anything else like that. They monitor it. They do
Right.
a really, really good job. I was watching it, and it was awesome. And then
was
they loaded
brilliant.
everybody up again. But to be fair, too, Yes, even though they had to wait. I mean, that driver hammered down. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't give them just a normal ride that we've been watching the
He
whole
did
time we
an
were in
extra
line.
donut
Oh,
loopy
of
and
course, and he
stuff.
did the same thing for us because we were waiting in line after ours broke down. Like
Right.
they gave us a good thrill. It was a
Yeah.
legitimate experience.
Yeah, but we got on that. I took video. Now, our son, he's 4, and he absolutely loved the monster trucks, the whole shows and everything. He was asking the whole entire time, like, when are we going to ride on the monster truck? Well, he doesn't like fast rides. His favorite ride that to ever exist is It's a Small World. So we're cruising along, and then he's just like, wee, and then all of a sudden here comes the first donut, and I'm just like, oh, here we go. And both the kids like sucked back in their chair, and you're hanging on, or they're hanging on to you.
I could have swore that boy just genuinely disliked me his entire life until that ride came, and then he grabbed onto me for dear life and did not want to let go. It's like, you're the only point of thing I trust right now. And I need you to be here. And that's what he did.
But that was fun. But as soon as the ride was done, thank goodness it wasn't while we were on it. Well, I mean, we were still on it, but I mean, going for the rides and stuff. When he went to back up a little bit for unloading us,
we were coming back
stuck
to where we were going, and in his last donut, he lost a bolt in his braking system. Reasonably so. He's been running this thing all day. I mean, they don't stop for maintenance checks or anything else like that. They trust the work they do, and unfortunately with mechanics, things break.
Yeah.
I mean, you're running
and
a
they
truck
were
that
running them
big,
like crazy.
and yes, they were running them for the engine that they had in those things. I mean, they were trying to run them as hard as the ones that were putting on the show. They really were, because during the entire show, those trucks kept running where the other ones took a break to let the engines cool down. So, yeah, you could expect things to break. You can expect things to fall out and things to run out of gas and, like the first truck, things to bend and this, that, and the other. So, reasonably speaking, yeah, I would say that, I mean, everybody got their money's worth out of the rides.
Yeah.
Hopefully they got it fixed at the end. There wasn't too big of a line. You could tell it was...
Yeah, there was still quite a bit of people, but they had two event shows going on that day, so we went to the earlier one. So hopefully they got the stuff fixed up in time for the second one. Otherwise, they're stuck with the one truck. Could you imagine all 3 of them just like breaking down?
I'll put it to you this way. There were 4...
Refunds.
There were 4 semis in the main viewing area, but out towards the backside, if you paid attention, there was another several semis just for the ride trucks.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So...
And they were big. Like they're...
all the trucks
extended
themselves.
Cabs.
I mean, just knowing this from seeing the racing circuits before, whether it was motocross, quad racing, monster trucks, like when I was working at Allstate over there, the one time hauling the dirt in, I mean, they don't come in with just the parts they need. They come in with spare motors, spare ignition, pretty much spare trucks. Aside from the chassis. If you bend a chassis and break a chassis, I mean, that's it. Yeah, the ride's done. But other than that, you literally, the way these guys roll in is they have enough to legitimately keep anything they have, either momentum, motor, or transmission, or tires, or anything. They have it at the ready. I mean, there's no waiting on it. There's fixing it, but I mean, the parts are there.
My lips are chapped. We've been in the sun. He's a lobster, pure red. He put sunblock on the kids, didn't do himself.
I just wanted to see the trucks and everything.
He's like, I hurt now.
I used to work out in the field, and this never happened to me. Like, this was a
No,
springtime
you
thing.
would get burned and then you would just tan right away because I would be like, oh, don't you want sunblock? And you're like, no, I need to get out in the sun so that way I can burn and then I tan. And then I'd be fine for the rest of the year. Obviously, look at my hair color, look how fair skinned. I burn and go back to white. I do not tan whatsoever.
You give Ginger Billy a run for his money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you're doing
We
really
could
good right now because I see him
compete.
and he is just beat red all the time. I watch his videos.
I know. Is he just red or is he like
Oh
burned
no,
all the time?
he is straight up Irish Southern American right there. I mean, that boy has got it going on.
There was an work job. How long ago was that when you did that? There was a work job that he did where
shoot, that
it was
was-
at the Allstate Arena.
That was
So speaking of
2017.
2017. Okay, so speaking of all this monster truck stuff, so it was. Who was it? It was Monster Jam. It was
Yeah.
it was the big monster truck.
Yeah, I was
where,
hauling dirt in for Monster Jam over at the Allstate.
Yes. Yeah. Now Allstate's not there no more.
No, it's not. No. It's,
No. It wasn't Allstate. It was Sears Center.
No.
No, we went to that one show. It was Sears Center. You when you were hauling on dirt.
It was Allstate.
Yeah. So he had like you were running the machines and you were getting all the jumps set up. No. What did you have to do?
I strictly was hauling dirt. When I was running the machines and hauling in the other dirt, it was McHenry County Fair. That's
Okay.
that's where we were building the tracks for motocross.
Who were you doing it with, Craig?
Yeah. E. Carlson.
So then was he? So then was he? Who was doing the
Carl's-
digging of the jumps? Did either of you do that, or
Here's
was
the
that
thing.
the
No.
thing?
Okay, let's not get this confused. So when Monster Jam came to town, they put out for bid or for hire the import and export of the dirt. And so when you talk import and export of dirt for Monster Jam, you're literally trucking it in. They're building the
Okay.
whole tracks and everything. But as a truck driver, I mean, and this was actually lucky for me. I got to witness them not only building the track, but also got to witness the guys on who were riding the tracks give their opinions firsthand because they were all kind of hanging out in the arena area and they were looking at everything as we were going. And you can tell the way these guys traveled around, they wanted their arenas to look the same way, so they were all familiar.
Oh, that's interesting.
It really is.
Well, that would make sense too, where they want because if you switch it up too much, then it for each place, then like I could see as the driver, you're kind of getting like backwards or whatever, or like oh, I forgot that jump was supposed to as
Well, no
moved to
different
there.
than building a highway. When these guys go out, they put their lives on the line. Okay.
Yeah.
And they are throwing their bodies out there in these giant machines, or even in some of the motocross guys. And this is kind of one of the most important things: is these motocross riders are counting on the jumps and the spacing where we put it at. So when we pull into these arenas, everything is pre-marked out. You are dumping right there. You're not dumping over to the side a little bit. And if you dump over to the side, you are getting yelled at. Like,
Yeah.
it is very to the T. And then same thing with building the motocross track for the fairgrounds. Gosh, that had to
I
be...
forgot that you did that too.
Yeah, that was one of my first years running power sports. Again, with the same company. But it was a very good intro because you learn on not only how to keep a rider competitive, as far as keeping the race interesting, I should say, but you learn how to keep them safe too. Like when you're building it, there's not, oh, I'm going to dump dirt here and then dump dirt there. Like there is spacing, there is geometrics, and there is like you are gauging, okay, they're going to gain this much speed right here. And then when they go up the ramp, they're going to hit this many miles an hour, and we want them to hit right here. And if you undershoot it, you're going to land them into a flat, and you're going to crash them, and you're going to hurt them.
Right.
And if you overshoot them, you are going to...
They're in the crowd.
No. No, they're not in the crowd. They're in their own jump.
Right.
In other words, they're going to come down on the peak, and you're going to send them to the hospital. So it's your job as building the tracks and mathing everything out according to the horsepower the track is rated for, number one. But number two, the race class that it's rated for. I mean, there's a lot to do. You got to make it universal in that way too. So
yeah, you can't have too big of a jump for a newbie.
It's very confusing. I get it. They change things up mid-show. But the best I can say is when you're out there building it, putting the dirt down, and then actually shaping the track and looking at it afterwards. Like, it's not we go and dump the dirt when you're building a track. Oh, the dirt's dumped, we're just going to put it in piles. We actually sit down afterwards. We'll sit down on the bleachers and go,
that pile need to go there.
yeah, it doesn't look quite right. Like, we need to fix this. We need to put a chicane over ahead of this in order to slow them down a little bit so they can get some momentum just to make that little jump, that type of thing. I mean, there's a science. And you got to race in order to know it, and that's the thing. And that's kind of one of the things that I'm proud of being younger is I actually got a chance to race bikes. I grew up in sand pits. I grew up in gravel pits. I grew up in dirt pits. Like, that was me. With me and my family growing up, we were all about dirt sports. So coming into this and actually getting to do that on a semi-pro level or even a pre-pro level, I should say. I mean, that was a medal in my chest. I enjoyed it. I enjoy letting younger guys run it.
I can't believe with the two motocross guys that they had performing today.
Oh, from Florida and Montana, yeah.
Well, they had like such a short run for where they were coming from, and then they just like gunned it up.
Well, the thing is like when we watch on TV, we'll see the Supercross, and they will have a solid, 50 to 100 foot run where they get some good ramp speed, they get some good handlebar time in order to get the bearings on their bikes. These guys were spinning it around in 40 feet. They went from a trailer to a ramp over to a cushion. I mean, that was nuts.
When they were first blowing it up, the landing ramp, I was like, what, are they going to bounce? Like,
no, that was cushion. I knew exactly what they were doing right there. I mean, they had stunt bikes there. When
I don't think I've ever seen
that was probably
like
one of the regrets that I had when we were down in the pit area for that time. And I remember
not bringing your bike and trying it out.
No. A little too old for that now. I'm sorry. Insurance is a lot of money these days.
My bike. Look at this dirt pile I'll put here. Hey, you got a landing ramp? Oh, here, I'll give it a try.
It was not talking with them. That was one of my regrets, actually.
Oh.
Like, and you approached me on it. Like, and you asked me if I wanted to, yeah, because I pointed out the bikes. I'm like, oh, we got the dirt bikes there. And you asked me, you're like, oh, you want to go there? It's like, I know, I've been on bikes. I mean, I've been on bikes my whole life.
Oh, that sounds familiar now.
But after seeing what they did during the actual performance, I mean, I wished I talked with them. Like, they were very, very talented. They were very good. At first, they started out slow, and I got to admit this. I saw them do the jump and get the feel for the cushion and everything else like that. And it's like, okay, we got a couple new guys out there just making big jumps and landing it down. I
Yeah,
figure
I
it was
wasn't
practice
expecting
guys.
that. Yeah, I was not expecting them to do the types of jumps that they did. Like they did the full backflip. They were serious.
It was that second time around when they followed each other out. They not only backflipped, but they, what did he do? It was
He did all
backflip with a
kinds of
full
stuff.
endo.
He did a
and
leg and a whoosh.
backflip.
He did a scrunch up.
Stop. Oh,
Superman?
you're calling it wrong. Oh, come on. Don't butcher it. Don't butcher it, because we butchered it enough not giving them the credit. Like, okay, so we had the backflip with the full endo.
Getting technical now.
And then we had
Ow.
the backflip hands-free.
Did
That's
he
what
do
it was.
hands free?
He did.
I was like trying to go quick
But it
with
was
the camera.
simultaneous. Like, both of them, it was a couple seconds past each other, and they just knocked it out of the park. I mean, those young kids did not, in my opinion, did not get the credit that was due deserved. Like,
I don't know. The crowd seemed to really go
the
nuts.
crowd loved it, but I honestly think like they should have promoted them more right at the gates, going, hey, this is who we are, and they should have made it a bigger thing than it was for them. Like, I think they did great. I would go back to watch them. I'll put it to you that way. If they had a motocross tour, I would legit. There's a reason I bought the hat. I don't ever buy hats anywhere. I bought their hat.
You buy hats.
No, I get them for free most of the time.
Oh yeah, because your work. It'll have his like business on there.
I
Oh.
do too.
You can take your shoes off. My daughter has joined in on this. And again, she's off behind the camera. No one in this family but me is okay with having a camera in the face.
What was your thought about it? Like, to tell you the truth, I mean, this is not your cup of tea, but what did you think about it? Your first time ever being around anything like this. What was your thoughts?
My first thought was, oh great, we're just gonna sit in a seat and then we're gonna watch some trucks at least try to do a flip. Are we gonna see anything cool? But
Yeah, and then we did. The one truck went to do the handstand.
You have to let her answer on this. What was your thought after that?
so when the first truck went through and it flipped over, I was like, well, this was a good start. And then when the other trucks were going up and they started doing handstands or whatever they call it, I was like, okay, I'm getting into this now.
And then there was one on fire.
Yep, there was a little fire.
Did you think that the monster truck, they were just like, they just make it look all pretty? Oh, look, the wheels go back and forth like the real monster truck. Did you think they just went like this? Wee.
No, they were actually doing pretty good.
No, but did you think that's all they did?
Yeah.
So one thing we haven't touched base on, the noise.
What's that?
What
Oh,
did you think
yeah.
about how loud it was? I love it. I love it. Daddy loves drag races too. Daddy's the type of person that'll go to a drag race and not wear the earphones. I already got tinnitus, so that doesn't matter much to me. But
Kayla has more sensitive, she's more sensitive sound.
Yeah.
So she had the, what are they called? Noise canceling headphones. Was
Yeah.
it still loud even with those headphones on?
Yes, it was. It was still loud, and then when the trucks were on and I like took off the headphones, it was
you
still
did turn
loud.
the volume knobs down, right?
Yeah.
I saw her messing with them to make sure they
At
were
least
down.
I thought it. I did.
The whole entire time they're open. It's so loud.
Kids got them on full blast. Huh?
These noise canceling headphones don't work. So on the actual ride of the monster truck, because when I explained on here what you guys looked like when they were doing the donuts, what was running through your head when the monster truck was, when we were on it, when we were riding it, and we're strapped in when we started doing the donuts?
What was in my head when we started riding? I was like, okay, if we start going in circles, I imagine it being smooth. What I didn't know was there would be lots of tough ground. So when we start doing that, I'm rocking back and forth like I'm on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
My back was hurting after
Well,
that.
with the suspension with the monster truck, oh, that's going to be picking up on the mic. He's rolling the monster.
All right,
The
we
little
gotta
guy,
sit
my
down,
little
all right?
guy's rolling the monster truck around. But the
Here,
suspension,
hold it. You can hold it, okay?
but the suspension with the monster trucks, like it really, like when they go, it like sinks down. So when you're sitting there, you're like, whoa, here we go. Whoa, here's a turn.
I want you to think of something here. Okay, so your standard vehicle has $200 shocks on it. Your
Barely a
performance,
bounce.
your performance consumer vehicle has $1,000 shocks on it, at most.
Well, you
Realistically,
can see the big coil.
your performance consumer vehicle. Now, mind you, consumer is a big thing. Those trucks have $15,000 shocks on them.
Yeah, and I like the feeling though when you're like sitting there, and then the for some reason the feeling of sinking and going forward, it's like whoa, here we go.
That's my girl.
Yeah, because it's
And
not
this
like
is why I got married.
well, it's not like it's a pullback and you're just like, oh, here we go. Like it's that whole sinking thing where you're just like, oh, I'm going down.
Well, when you hung the turn, like, and that was the other thing too. Like, yes, if you're not used to hanging a turn like that, like, you would think the truck's gonna go over.
Yeah, because I remember with the when on the track, but then he went off in the grass, and the ground did like it wasn't a ditch, but I mean the ground was like tilted a little bit, and so he was on the angle. And then with how much with the shocks, I mean, you feel like you could tip, but we were watching the entire time. Those tires, all four tires, stayed on the ground the whole entire time.
Oh, they were planning. They
Yeah,
did not.
they were
have
not
near
going anywhere.
the
And you
momentum.
could see it's like gripping the ground and everything. But yeah, when you're on it and with the suspension and the sinking, it's just like, oh, we're going. I did a quick look on the website so that way if you're wanting to go. Now they travel across the U.S., so like they're going to California. They're going to be back at the end of June. Oh, this is like in a couple of weeks. June 20th? What's today? Oh, okay. So like next week or whatever. They're going to be in Fountain City, Wisconsin. Then they're going to be in Morris, Illinois. Then they're in New York, New Hampshire, Colorado, Iowa, North Dakota, Kansas. And it looks like that's it for
Well, and
what
talking
they
with the
have
drivers,
for the year.
and talking with the drivers too, because I got a chance to actually ask a bunch of them, 3 or 4 of them, I should say, not a bunch, but 3 or 4 of the 5 or 6 drivers that were out there. This is all part-time. They have 9 to 5 jobs. So when they're here for the weekends, they go back home.
Yeah,
they
I
work.
do.
I mean, they are
yeah.
blue-collar people. They are great
Yeah,
people.
I recalled
mean,
when you were asking about that, and he was just like, "No, I don't." He's like, "Don't." He's like, because I forgot the question exactly that you
well,
asked,
my
but he was
question
like,
is how do I get into racing? Because I've actually been in a lot of racing in my life. Mm-hmm. I mean, not as much as them. I don't want to take credit away. I mean,
right.
But at the same point in time, I mean, it's like, this would be fun. This would be a great hobby. But the level of fulfillment that these people put in to just a hobby on top of maintaining a family. I mean, some of these guys work trades. Some of these guys are mechanics.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what he was saying. He was like, no, I don't do this as my full time. He's like, it's just a hobby that pays me.
yeah. And he said it doesn't pay well, but it's very fun. It's very fulfilling. It's a great summertime gig. He can travel around, but at the same point in time, I mean, for what they put in to put on a show, to train to that level, and give that attention not only to the crowd, but to the vehicle they're driving. I mean, my goodness, these guys, it deserves hats off,
Yeah.
honestly. They're great.
They had some pretty good sponsors. They had, what was he said a band that sponsored them.
I'm
Was
sorry.
it Five Finger Death Punch?
Oh, Five Finger Death Punch.
Is that
yes,
what he
that
said?
was one of the bands. Yes.
Or was it?
No, it was
It
Five
was
Finger
Five.
Death. Yes.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised to hear that when they were like, "Oh, and our sponsors," and it was like Five Finger Death Punch. It's like, really? You never
well,
hear
they brought
like.
that up in the beginning there. I mean,
Well,
and
well,
to be
they did
fair,
the list and stuff, but I mean, you never hear. You always hear companies sponsoring musicians. You never hear a musician sponsoring. So you know one thing that's funny
What's that?
was that in the very beginning, because they were saying, oh, it's a full house or it's a sold out show, so it's got to be Midwest nice, sit cheek
You're
to
talking
cheek.
about the beatdowns.
Yeah, yeah. And then the other guy came in and he was just like, what did he say? He was like, he's like, yeah, stare next to your neighbor and like smack him or
Shake
whatever
their
it was.
hand. Tell them nice to meet you, and then give them a beatdown.
Yeah, he's like, no, that's not Midwest nice. Like, I ended up not recording that. I was not expecting that. Usually when you go to these types of things, it's the usual just like, okay, everyone, you got to sit here, do that. All right, everyone be respectful. Make sure you throw out your trash. You know, it's the usual list off. And then...
Oh, this was the good old good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, it was. And the one bad cop was hilarious. And the other guy was like, no, don't do that. I was like,
that.
no, man. I was like, I wish I recorded that. But
Everybody
I didn't record
was
it.
laughing.
Yeah, that was funny. No, that was good. They did a good job with that.
No, the whole show. They did great. I don't have a complaint.
Don't knock these guys because they can entertain you like crazy.
This is one of those hidden gems. This is
That is
most definitely.
If you're into the monster truck stuff, this one is a hidden gem.
Like, it's great for a family.
Yeah, it is Five Finger Death Punch because there's their thing.
No, I get
5
it. I get it.
FDP.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
get
surprised because, like I said, you never hear musicians sponsoring. It's always the other way around.
Well, think about Five Finger Death Punch.
They're five fingering and they're
military.
death punching. Are they?
Yes.
Does that stand for something?
No,
What is
the band was founded military.
It was?
Yes, the lead singer's military. I believe he's a Marine.
Dave is full of like useless information. Even her daughter has
Wombats
asked me.
poop cubes.
Even her daughter was like, how does dad know this? I'm like, I don't know. He just retains information like no other. I was overhearing a lot of people saying like, that was great. Like in different areas. The only thing was I wish that they had better food trucks. They really didn't have.
They had 3. I don't think they had the food promotion for what
they had. It was
thought
3.
was expected.
It was 3 trucks. One, it was just beverages. It was like alcoholic beverages and like non-alcoholic beverages. Don't slap that sunburn. That's gonna hurt. He's got a full-blown red line right on his arm. And then the other truck, it was it was hot dogs, brats, burgers. They had different versions of hot dogs. They had the Chicago dog and they had Wisconsin dogs.
You do not put ketchup on a hot dog. Okay, this is my only complaint. A Wisconsin dog, yeah, they put cheese and ketchup on a hot dog.
They did for their Wisconsin dog. It was ranch. It was ranch, cheese, ketchup, and cheese curds. I have never heard of a Wisconsin dog like that. Is there a certain territory of Wisconsin?
It should have been chili, onions, extra cheese, bacon, and then a couple cheese curds on top. A true Wisconsin dog.
That makes more sense for Wisconsin, but ranch on a hot dog? I've never heard of ranch on a hot dog.
But you want to know something? I don't want to upset that ranch guy on Facebook there. Like,
huh?
The ranch dude, like, he's big, he doesn't talk much.
Oh, that cowphobia guy where he doesn't say
do.
anything and he's like, and then he like pulls up ranch or he's just like.
If he came up to me and said, I want to put ranch on your hot dog and have you eat it, I would probably entertain it for him. But otherwise, come on, Wisconsinites, we can do better than this. We know better.
But that was the one food truck there. And then they had another one where it was like corn. It was very basic carnival food. It was like corn dog, get the lemonade. But usually for like an event thing,
they needed barbecue trucks. They needed taco trucks.
I don't know if it's just the area.
They needed more.
I don't know if it's just the area that we're in, but like food trucks are a huge thing where we're at, and it's like really good. It's not carnival basic food trucks. It's like legitimate food trucks because a lot of it is people that are wanting to start up a restaurant, but they're just not there yet because they're in the very beginning stages. So in order to do that, they would start up with the food truck. So they're having like full blown like restaurant style food. And then eventually they build up to get a restaurant. My only criticism is I wish they had more food vendors.
Most definitely. That would be my only criticism too, is the food vendors they had were great. I don't have a complaint about the food, but I wish there was more. Other than that, the show was excellent. The people were excellent. The crowd itself was excellent. I mean, I have never left a venue not complaining before in my life.
Speaking of food trucks, in Huntley, they're doing a food truck event July 18th, where they're going to have like 30 different food trucks.
I think we should go.
We should, yeah.
I'm not the biggest foodie. I'll give it to you that.
We'll do a foodie. I'll bring Tupperware containers so that way we can do like tasting and stuff, and then we can bring it home.
Well, we'll eat there. Yeah, I get that. I know what you're saying, but
because it's you don't want to be like.
I can only make so much money. I want you to take it a little bit easy on me. We still got our bills to pay, please.
Please. If it involved a sandwich.
Do some research. Research. See who's going to be there.
But I heard that it's going to be 30 trucks. I mean, come on. We got to go there, and then I'll bring Tupperware. We got to go
Huntley to begin with because we love our Huntley crew.
But I mean, like I'm going to bring Tupperware container in the backpack.
Until then, I got to say the Monster Truck Show is a total must-do. You guys got to go out and see it.
2xMonsterTrucks.com.
You will not leave disappointed. You will think the whole show is great.
And they are not paying us. Like I said, this is just our opinions. And we had a blast. We had fun.
And get the all-access pass so you can get your ride in.
Yeah, it was worth it.
And buy your raffle tickets. I'm kind of jealous that I did not pay for the actual King Sling event up front. I probably would have put that money
Yeah,
down.
you could.
But
I
But
believe I got
they
double
do
check the
raffle off
website.
seats.
Yeah, I do have to double check the website. It looked like that you could actually. It didn't look like anyone actually paid and rode. It was only the raffle.
no, there were 2 that paid and rode, and there were 2 that got drawn in the raffle. And I'm jealous that I did not pay and ride, knowing what they would have done, because it looked like a blast for
They
a
went
real
off
ride in
the
a
jumps.
real monster truck. I mean, full on supercharged nitro fueled truck.
What you would see the monster truck do during the show, they had
had
the
crowd
people. They
in
had
there.
the people in that won in the raffle or paid special tickets. I think it was like 200 a person or something like that. I don't remember.
It was a
It was
couple
a bit.
$100 a person right up front, but
Yeah.
they do
But it was
have
a
the raffle tickets for like $5
full-
a piece, or if you buy a hat, you can get raffle tickets there. But anyway, keep
It was
in
a
mind
full
though,
ride.
there-
Helmet, fire retardant suit.
let's let them know right off the bat. Number 1, you have to be under 6'1",
Right.
or 6'1" and under. Sorry. Less than 250 pounds and 18 years of age or older. And
Yes.
you have to abide by these simply for the fire retardant suits and
For you
the
to
specialized gear
fit.
that they have you in, so that way you fit into the seat, the truck, and everything else. But if you fall within those parameters, you are going to have a blast. I wish I would have done it. I did not, but it's okay, because looking at that ride, I probably would have wussed out.
I wouldn't have. I don't do roller coasters,
I've
but I would
seen
have
you
gone
on Guardians of the
"Whee!"
Galaxy. You would have gone nuts. You would have got to the stairs and said, nope.
No, because I don't know. Because the individual right there is driving it. Or the roller coaster, they just strap you in and they push a button and they're like, bye.
That's like you looking at me going, how the heck can you climb into a fighter jet and
Yeah,
want
I
to do
know.
that?
Yeah.
If I had a chance to do that, I totally would.
No, not
Hands
me.
down,
Not
heartbeat
me.
away, I would do it.
Not me. All right. Well, let's wrap up this podcast. I think we've talked enough about the monster trucks.
Drivers, you did a great job. Veterans, thank you very much. And I got to tell you this much, it's a show you don't want to miss.
Yeah, I agree. It was great. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed listening to us rant and banter on. And we'll just catch you next time on the next podcast. Oh my gosh. Let me try that again. I'll catch you next time on the next podcast.
Have a good night, folks. Thank you.
Bye.